I'm going to be honest with you guys. It doesn't look very good to us. Like, Overcooked is a game where you play as chefs or sous chefs, and you're in this little mini kitchen, and essentially the entire game feels like a mini game where what you're doing is grabbing ingredients, chopping them up, cooking them, combining them into a dish, and then serving said dish, taking the dirty dish back, washing it, wash, rinse, repeat, and everyone is working together co-op in order to do this.
Yes, DSP, that is the premise of Overcooked. I'm actually quite impressed that you managed to glean such insights from skimming game videos with your part-time wife. It's actually more insightful than your usual takes, but I'm getting ahead of myself since I'm positive you're going to find a way to fuck it up with yet another surface level take.
Also, I absolutely cherish the way he over-describes the most mundane things. He could have described the game as, you play as sous chefs in a kitchen and have to work together, and it would have conveyed the same meaning.
Yeah, DarkSydePhil is most definitely not synonymous with conciseness, to be honest. Also, this isn't really here nor there, but this guy looks absolutely dreadful nowadays. Not that he's ever looked good, but ever since he got that ring light, it all went downhill in the visuals department. I don't know why you would even want better lighting in that gutter you call your office when it would have just brought to light how awful you look. No pun intended.
Oh my god, look at that fat, ugly, disgusting baby. Oh no, the closer I get, the more I realize that it's actually a full-grown man. Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
So we watched actually people doing it 4-player, okay? And basically, the first time, like the first stage, you're like, oh, this is interesting. The second stage is like, oh, it's the same ingredients with one extra ingredient, so it's a little bit more complex, and now the stage is moving around, okay? So it's a little bit more elaborate. So we fast forward a few videos. Okay, instead of making soup, now they're making a burger, so it's now a 4-ingredient dish instead of 2, and the stage is moving around a little more. Like, we kept fast forwarding, and every time we watch it, we're like, all right, it's boring. I'm sorry, like, if you're playing with a group of people and the whole thing is it's micromanagement, it's co-op gameplay, you're probably riveted because you need to be paying attention at every moment to pass the stages. To watch, it is so fucking boring. There's really nothing going on. It's just a bunch of little guys going, hey, put it together, do this, okay.
For the sake of my mental health, I'm going to go ahead and ignore the absolute atrocity of the sound this man just made there and focus just on what he said. Anyway, there you have it. DSP completely misses the point of something yet again with another surface level shit take. No, Dave, the point of Overcooked isn't to micromanage a kitchen and for everyone to focus on their tasks in a tunnel vision style sort of way. The point is to have fun with your friends, messing up the dishes, setting the kitchen on fire, scrambling to get it back into working order, and sometimes, if you're lucky, clearing levels. That's not to say there can't be any hardcore style Overcooked gamers, but like most party games, the idea isn't to just sit and focus on the game. The point is to shoot the shit, so to speak, with your friends and have a grand old time doing it.
I think it's pretty obvious why this notion is so novel to him, but I'm gonna let my hopeful go off because I'm nice like that.
I mean, this reductionist logic and closed-minded point of view can be applied to a lot of these viral party games. Take Among Us, for example. This is a game about everyone focusing on their tasks and sometimes in between trying to collab to figure out who the imposters are. It doesn't sound really fun when you portray it in this manner, does it? But this is what DSP does. He moves goalposts, jumps through hoops, and does mental gymnastics to justify not playing the things he doesn't want to play, instead of just saying he doesn't want to play them.
Weird, I thought this guy used to be a bodybuilder. With all the mental gymnastics he's pulling off, you'd think he was an Olympic gymnast instead. Conversely, that reductionist logic works in reverse too. What is Elden Ring? You're some nameless schmuck slapping around in the mud against a bunch of super bosses and shit just so you can go inside a tree and fondle a space penis. Who would even find that fun, dude?
At the end of the day, it's your show, Phil. Man up and make decisions about the content you want to play instead of hiding behind your stupid excuses to weasel out of playing games that, in reality, probably won't net you a lot of money given your entertainment chops. Or lack thereof in this case.
There's no time to talk. There's no time to like have any conversation or elaborate. There's nothing really fun about the gameplay. It's more like rush, get it out. That's it. That's the whole game. But nothing really has honestly jumped out at us yet. We're looking and nothing is like, is this going to be fun to play, but also fun for an audience to watch? It seems like there's some games that would be fun for us to play, but it would not be fun to watch because the games are boring.
Or maybe you can take a break to engage with your chat in between levels, DSP. Again, if you had any inkling of skill as an entertainer, you could still focus on the game and make a fun dynamic with your part-time co-op employee gamer wife, while also chatting with your stream chat in between stages.
No dude, if he treats her like an employee, he'll have to declare that on his taxes and he's already behind. Stop being a tractor.
Trust me when I say that if the content you create is entertaining enough, your regards won't really fuzz over not having your attention for the few minutes that it takes to play through a stage in Overcooked. But again, this is contingent on you being able to actually be entertaining by yourself, and not because of your lolcow style antics. Besides, why would you even want to read your chat with your part-time wife there when all they do is troll and bully her off the stream?
Just to bring up some ancient lore, back in the day, like late 2000s back in the day, DSP was admittedly upset over the attention Rambo received over him. DSP took it so far that on multiple occasions he told his viewers that John isn't the show. When people commented that Rambo had all the best lines in Project 7, he had to intervene with that too. Going off his interactions with randoms including other streamers like Top Tier Brian and even his mods like Khet, he's made it more than clear that he can't interact with another person on stream in any meaningful manner. The weird thing to think about is, how does he act with his wife off stream?
In doing them, like we keep telling you guys, we're not interested in that It Takes Two game. We're just not. Okay? And I'm just gonna say this, because some people have completely the wrong mentality about this. Khet is my wife. For her to come in here and do some nice co-op stuff with us is just a nice added bonus. She wants to add to our experience together. You know, you guys as an audience and me as a broadcaster or content creator, correct? Khet is not an employee. She's not forced to come in here to earn a paycheck and to play something she doesn't like or that we're not going to have fun doing just to pump out video content for you as a product to make money.
No, well fuck, look at that. Confirmed. If Rambo had a vagina, DSP wouldn't have treated him so bad. Lol. Laughed my ass off even.
This one in particular really bugged me because for as little as I care about Khet, I think it's even worse when Dave pulls shit like this and speaks on her behalf. We know for a fact that she plays games since DSP sometimes mentions how she's playing games that he's also playing on stream. And the fact that she's playing games without even streaming or making money off of it makes me think that she might even enjoy them more than DSP does. After all, you can't really wage quit a game when you're not getting paid to play it to begin with. Who knows if she'll actually be into these types of games, Phil? Maybe you could hit it off playing these games and find a new niche. Who knows? You'll never know unless you just try it. Then again, this is contingent on you actually having some entertainment value outside of your misadventures as a general laughingstock and punching bag of the internet. But enough about your 15-year your career. And by the way, this isn't really here nor there, but speaking about his 15-year legacy, while I was looking up information for this video, I came across this Reddit post that talks about DSP's career. I think it sums up his 15-year legacy perfectly. Shout out to John Lask on Reddit, by the way.
They're saying, well, why do you need to like what you're playing? Just get her butt in there and do co-op and pump out the videos like everyone else on the internet. You missed the point.
I hate to beat this dead horse so much, but back in the previous video, I had a theory that said DSP doesn't really like games, given his surface level dismissals of mechanics and stubbornness to actually engage with the game's content and features. I haven't changed my mind here and I doubt I ever will, but statements like the one DSP is making here not only adds to this running theory, but also highlights the fact that Dave is a pretty shitty entertainer.
It's worth pointing out that throughout his entire lifespan on the interwebs, he has always accused low views and income to be a result of the game. It's humbling to know that other content creators can play some of the most boring niche games and make solid money off of it just by being an interesting person.
Yeah, exactly. And while it's awesome to play the things that you like, what matters is that this is your business. Your bottom line should come first and foremost, and I'm not saying you should compromise your principles here or throw people under the bus just to make a buck, but you should be aiming to make entertaining content since entertainment is your business. I'm sure there are times when Dave Chappelle doesn't feel in the mood to do his routines, but as his job, he can't really just flake out of it, and he has to make an effort to be entertaining. In the same vein, as a freelancer myself, I could sometimes just tell my clients I won't be working on certain days, but then I'd have to take the loss in revenue for that day, or else I could just power through the day and still get shit done and get this bread. These are things regular people navigate on a daily basis.
My fellow tech priest, you should know better than to use the words regular person and DSP in the same sentence. How many other people make six figures off playing video games and never leave their house? I mean, besides me, of course. I play on company time, like a responsible adult.
Yeah, but this really busts my nuts, especially since DSP has a tendency of blaming the game whenever revenue is slow or the stream chat is slow. It shouldn't matter whether or not you like the games or even if the games are boring to watch or not. It's your job to make them entertaining. This is your job. After all, you do brag about this being your full-time gig that you do 6 days a week, right? How long has it been since you started? 15 years was it? How could I forget when you mention it all the time? How sad is it that someone that has been doing something for the better part of 2 decades can't see to grasp the core concept of his job, and much less be at least halfway decent at it?
I mean, I suppose it really depends on the idea of what the core concept of his job even is. Sure, even I'll admit that he was playing video games. He would conveyor belt out every new release as fast as he could. However, that changed when he moved to Twitch. After that, it quickly became all about the bitch ears, tips, and subs. I suspect this is when the debt was catching up to him, since it wasn't long after he moved to Washington. Regardless, no matter how you spin it, he's bad at games, bad at entertaining, and only halfway decent at begging.
Fuck, dude. I'd say he's an excellent beggar, but what do I know? I have a job.
Not gonna lie, this dude should take some psychology classes. He definitely reckon a lot more considering his fan base is juggling 3 brain cells between 7 whales he has.
I'm not like everyone else on the internet. I'm not forcing myself to do shit to make a paycheck.
I'm just gonna jump in here real quick to point out that I'm not like other girls' point. I would agree. Bent forks are different from every other fork. They're just fucking useless is all.
The point is the love of gaming, doing things that are meaningful, things that we're going to enjoy and have a great experience together that you can remember because it wasn't just us pumping out a fucking video to make money. You understand that? I could have been doing that for years, playing every little viral game, doing every little thing. That's the opposite of the mentality of me making content. And certainly, it's the opposite of her coming in here to do any kind of content with me.
If you could have been playing every viral game to make money, then why didn't you fucking do it? If you could have sold out to earn sponsorships and make money and thrive, then why didn't you fucking do it? You say you don't do this to earn a paycheck, but you're constantly whining about low tips and revenue and then proceed to blame the game whenever you're not meeting tips goals.
I believe the psychology term for this is the double bind, where a person says to do a thing but also implies not to do a thing. Effectively a no-win situation. He says it's not about the money and all about his enjoyment and fun, but also says he needs that money. There is no winning play here. Actually, maybe he did take some psychology classes.
But if it isn't for the money, then why does it matter that he didn't play the viral games? Why is it so important for him to grandstand and say he doesn't play viral games? And the kicker here is that this is just a blatant fucking lie. In the context of this video, DSP doesn't play any party games, you know, the ones that are entertaining with friends, because he doesn't have any friends, at least not anymore. However, he does play viral games to make money. Does Baldur's Gate 3 ring a bell? Or maybe his Elden Ring playthrough, which is one of his most played games so far. It's all fun and games whenever he's meeting tips goals, which is when he milks the ever-loving shit out of the game. However, as soon as he starts coming up short for his daily dose of Sweaty Man JPEGs and DoorDash gin, then that's when he wage quits the current lineup and moves to other games. This guy just has zero fucking integrity, man.
Imagine reaching the point in life where your integrity matches your credit score. This guy's a fucking winner.
I mean, there's millions of games we could play right now co-op that we wouldn't be interested in. We'd be bored with within like a couple of hours. And yeah, we could force ourselves to do it, but you're not going to see us happy. You're going to see us kind of annoyed, right?
I've watched detractor content for years now, and it still shocks me the sheer lack of self-awareness that this man has. I know it's kind of a meme at this point that this guy literally has no perception of himself and his foibles, but goddamn, dude. You don't really have to dig that far at all into the past to see that he's talking out of his ass here. I mean, does he really look like he's enjoying Baldur's Gate 3 at all? Does he look like he's enjoying Tekken 8? Does it look like he genuinely enjoys the game he plays in his full-time job? I wager that the vast majority of the shit he plays absolutely irks him, and it's crystal clear that he's doing it for the money. So what's this about seeing them kind of annoyed and unhappy? My dude, this is how you are on a near daily basis. I mean, don't get me wrong, for a 6-figure yearly income, goddamn, I think I'd do the same. But I'd at least be more forthcoming about it and would at least care to make my damn commentary more interesting. And barring that, I'd at least pay attention to the fucking game and not ask my chat for help all the fucking time. The problem here is his approach to his streams as business first and gaming later. So if he's not making money, it means the game will likely be sent to the chopping block. Regardless, I have enough self-awareness to know that I'm not a really good entertainer to begin with, which is why I have a fucking job instead of brute forcing my way in the streaming industry in a meaningful style sort of way.
Adding to this, his sheer inability to cooperate with another person is astounding. Back in the day, when Pandalee would waddle her sexy ass on stream, he'd basically ignore her or give her short responses until she left. They never really did co-op commentary or gameplay. Fast forward to today, he's not even willing to try with the Chinese orphan boy he adopted as a wife. Now, to get a bit personal about this, my ex-fiance was a gamer. We played a lot of Bloodborne together. You know how boring it is to watch someone play Bloodborne? Painfully so. However, it was made better by the commentary we shared between the two of them. My most recent ex was not a gamer at all and ended up playing some games on the couch. Drunk and yeah, it was at 3 AM, but it was a lot of fun for the both of us. I'm still constantly surprised that this guy has made it this far in life with less social skills than me. Thanks for the confidence booster, Dave.
It Takes Two, not really interesting. Sorry. You know, maybe years ago it would have been, but, you know, it's today now, and we're just not interested in that. Okay?
Then just say you're not interested in it and move on. Jesus Christ. Why did you have to go on a near 5-minute rant hiding behind your wife and slamming other content creators just to say you were simply not interested?
Likely for the same reason it takes him 45 seconds to explain what a pizza bomb is. Cheese and pepperoni wrapped in dough.
You know, for a straight shooter that doesn't pull any punches when critiquing the games he plays, you sure do jump through a shit ton of hoops just to say why you're not going to play something, only to end it with an "I'm not interested."
I'm gonna say something very honestly now, and if you take offense, I can't help it. If you think you are entitled to have my wife come in here and make co-op content with me, right, and you're upset that she's not just gonna come in here and play anything she doesn't like, you're pretty fucked up in the head.
I absolutely love the way he says this, as if it doesn't work the other way around. If you think you're entitled to have money thrown at you simply for pressing start streaming on OBS, you're pretty fucked up in the head, bro.
If you didn't want people asking for you to play stuff with your wife in co-op, DSP, then why in the ever-loving shit did you hype her appearance up that much? This is like, imagine this. This is like going to a concert where you know the band is going to play certain songs because they've been advertising the album, but then having them flake out and insult their fans because, air quotes, we don't feel like playing these songs, and how dare you feel entitled to the songs that we advertise we would play. Also, I have to remind you yet again that this is your business. If you hype something up, especially something as significant as having your wife on stream after years of dance suggesting it, why would you take the stance of calling your audience entitled for wanting more of something you've hyped up yourself? This is borderline false advertising at this point. Imagine if you had set up a stretch goals or member goals for this shit. I mean, it's not like similar things haven't happened in the past. Remember Divinity 2? Yeah, we still remember.
People on the internet are not just entitled to make the content you want immediately, whether or not they're enjoying themselves. That's ridiculous. Some of the comments I've seen on videos, just fucking make content, shut up. Be grateful anyone wants to see your content. Well, yeah, but I want to make content that we like.
I was going to comment here about DSP being exceedingly lucky to be in the position he's in, despite all the trolls, detractors, debt, and his regarded vices, but I think this isn't something that hasn't been said before in a much more spectacular fashion. So I'll just revisit this great burn by Adam from Side Scrollers the day after that one fateful interview. Shout out to Adam, by the way.
Okay, so, you know, I've traveled around a lot in the world. I've met a lot of people in my life. A lot of people that use and lie to get ahead. And it feels like that's kind of the world we live in right now. You know, people don't want to work hard for easy living. People want the easy path to easy living. And life is a challenge. You know, you have to work to be successful. The most successful people work their ass off to become successful. And I feel like most of these internet personalities, they try to get the easy path. And a lot of the people that are successful in this world work their ass off. Someone like DSP, he just wants that success without any of the hard work. Or he thinks that he's working hard. I work 6 days a week he tried to lay out this whole thing that he works all day and 12 hours. He only gets an hour with his wife. Like, bro, that's a fucking problem. You should spend more time with your wife. You should spend more time doing other things and then making yourself right. You're spending $1 on a freaking mobile game. $1 is too much. If you can't afford to fucking eat or pay your rent or pay fucking electricity bills, what the fuck are you wasting money? Like, you shouldn't spend a cent. So it's like, even that he admitted that he's spending any amount of money on that shit was too much. It's like, come on, dude. Be smart about your money. It was so clear throughout yesterday that he's a fucking idiot when it comes to spending money. Yeah, I said it, Phil. I'm just being brutally honest. Don't be a fucking bitch. Fucking be the person you want to be and fucking own it. Find a platform that's going to allow you to be that person. All right. I'm sick of people that are just like, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Yes, being a victim happens, but you're choosing to remain a victim and using it to milk your subscribers, the people that support you. You know what? I have no respect for people who take advantage of the people who support them. I love my chat. My chat is the reason why I'm successful and I'm able to sit in my house and talk about my opinions online. It's not that hard of a job. It's fun. I fucking love it. I get to play video games and people watch me and pay me play video games. You get to do the same. You lucky fucking asshole. How dare you fucking bitch about it? Own it. All right? I'm sick of it. Stop being a fucking victim and own your shit. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Khet is not an employee. Do you understand that? She's not getting a paid employee. She's not coming in here earning a paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? You want to know an honest difference? Here's the difference. John Rambo technically was a paid employee. Back in the day when I used to do co-op with him, even if we played games we didn't really like and we were suffering through them, it's because we were making money doing it. He literally was someone who came to my place every week and received pay for what he was doing. He was not my wife.
It's kind of weird to say that John Rambo isn't your wife. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but it's just a really odd clarification, even if you're trying to make a point.
I'd be willing to agree that this statement is a little odd. Then again, he's called Khet his mom on multiple occasions, and then there's shit like this.
Did people say anything bad about me in the last video that I wanted to address?
Yes, they said that you're a gay boy. And that we're gonna make love to each other tonight.
People say that?
Because we're in the same hotel room, even though we're on two completely separate beds.
It's people's fantasies coming out.
That's right. It's their gay fantasies.
They wanted to see happen.
That's right. Like, they always wanted to see Jacob and Edward make out. Well, they want to see.
It's us now.
It's us. We're the next gay fantasy
people are at home
couple.
And they think that, and they fantasize and they enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy themselves.
That's right.
That's fine. You know,
that's fine.
That's fine.
All right, so just so everyone knows, John is okay if you want to have gay fantasies about him. He's now publicly admitted it.
Fine.
I have an issue with that, and I would not like you to think about me in that way. But John would like you in his Superman PJ bottoms and naked feet. So now everyone with a foot fetish can get off because you see John's naked feet on the bed.
I'm not saying I'd like anyone to do it.
Oh my God!
If you decide to do such a thing, that's perfectly fine.
That's awful. That's not fine. How dare you?
I wouldn't be comfortable hearing.
We're going to make it so that when we finally get to the point where we're going to do co-op again of something we both want to play, hopefully it's something that we're enjoying, you're enjoying watching us play. Also, hopefully there's some kind of an aspect where we can interact with you guys. Like that Overcooked game, there would be no time we could talk with you guys. That entire game is 100% must be micromanaged, must be played every moment, focus on the game. That's how it is. It's like this crazy, attention-centric game where you need to every moment be doing something right. If you flub one thing, you fail.
But there definitely is, DSP. There's plenty of time to talk between stages. But even regardless of that, why do you fixate so much on games as if there's something you can do automatically with your brain turned off, just so you can have a meaningful style conversation with your audience while playing? It's not like any of your fighting games allow you to interact meaningfully with your audience while you're getting your ass handed to you, so why would Overcooked be any different? I mean, you interact with your crowd in between fights whenever you're not too busy running away from Goju tanks, that is.
I had begrudgingly went to scour Twitch to see other people playing Overcooked. It's nowhere near as hectic as DSP makes it out to be. Even when the stage starts moving around and, as he puts it, the game must be micromanaged, must be playing every moment focused on the game, I can definitely see a decent streamer being able to at least glance at chat during the stage. Regardless of that, however, he just needs to be entertaining. But this is DSP, it's not his job to entertain you, it's the game's job, and it's your job to send him your disability checks.
Yeah, and I hate to once again beat this dead horse so fucking much, but this guy just goes back and forth between ideas that it genuinely shocks me how he can go on tangents and pick up his original point a few minutes later. It's actually impressive, and that's the only positive thing I'll say about the pigroach that also has been said about scammers. Also, again, I'm reiterating this because DSP loves to lie straight to his audience's faces and no one can really call him out without getting banned. Overcooked is not a game about perfection, it's far from it. It's about having fun with friends. And no, failing one thing doesn't mean you fail. If I had to get pedantic and nitpicky about his lies, I could say that you could seriously fuck up a stage in Overcooked and still end up clearing it, because the game is designed that way, so that you can mess everything up while having fun with friends and still make meaningful style progress. And again, I'm not even remotely implying that you can't get good at it, but I just think this isn't the point of these types of games.
Ironically, you can completely fuck everything up in Street Fighter 6 and still make it to Master Rank. I guess that's why he made that his grind instead of, being actually good at the game.
Alright, Ad the Gamer, I've had enough of you. Really, I've had enough of you and your toxic attitude. So if you want to apologize to me later, you can come back, but for now, just leave and don't come back.
And of course, it wouldn't be a DSP segment without watching the pigroach himself do a manual lean in and dunk on a stream viewer at the slightest provocation. And this has nothing to do with what just went on, but with the principle of the matter. I'm pretty sure DSP isn't the only one who does this, but it always flabbergasts me how he can just outright snap at viewers, call them names, and just ban them like that. It's one thing to moderate your chat and take out the trash quietly and carry on, but DSP always feels the need to publicly call out everyone that he bans in this manner. I know it's your show, dude, you can do whatever you want, but it's just so alien to me how disconnected one can be to treat a fellow human being like this.
Wasn't a popular quote from his super secret Discord that doesn't exist to humble the haters into submission or something? Easy to do it when you dehumanize them from the start.
Yeah, but this isn't really about my white knight sword trembling in my belt. I promise that this isn't about standing up for anyone. It's more about calling out how Phil just goes off on these people without really knowing them. And to me it just looks like he's trying to be an internet tough guy. Again, it's your show, man, but I feel that if you wouldn't treat someone in real life in a certain style way, then you shouldn't be doing it when you're behind a screen. Then again, it's not like we don't know what happened the last time Phil got shown up, back when he was a pro fighting games player talking shit to everyone. And to the surprise of no one, it turns out Dave isn't so tough when push comes to shove.
Alright, so before we get into the story,
Yes.
let me see. So this does go a while back.
Of course.
And, Phil is either going to do one or two things. The reason we fucking had to run him down, and this happened fucking twice, is because the guy likes to talk a lot of shit on the internet. And the fucking beauty of the fighting game community is that, you can hide behind a fucking screen and talk shit just like how we have these internet trolls. But with Street Fighter, you have to show up physically to the fucking tournament.
Exactly.
Alright, so, everybody comes from fucking different places, different backgrounds. Mine was a little rougher, and I come from a place where, like, hey, you fucking talk shit, you're gonna have to fucking back it up when you get face to face or, whatnot, so a little bit of a different era. So I guess it starts in 2002.
Okay.
It was Evo, and this is before they even started going to Vegas. They were at UCLA that year, and he started like some fucking hate website or something like that. It was like his first website. And, the forum for the chat was SureYouCan.com, SRK. Yes, it was UCLA, loophole. And it was that year. And let me see. It was like he was talking a bunch of shit against like the top Marvel players. So Shady K was one of them. And Shady K didn't like him too much because he would like run his mouth so much. I mean, this guy would make posts that were like a mile long or whatnot. So we had them fucking play a money match, and I think it was like 1st to 10 for like $100, or it was 1st to 5. Yeah, I think it was like 1st to 10 for $100. And they played the first game, and it was on the big screen, and Shady K won the first game. Then after that, it was one of the Cannon brothers. Yeah, it might have been $200 for 10 games, but I know it was increments of $10 because I'll get to that in a minute. So he lost the first game, and then after that, one of the Cannon brothers was like, dude, we're behind schedule. We can't fucking do this. And you know, they just cut it off and it ended. So when DSP was leaving with like him and a couple of his boys, it was that's when it was time to like roll up on him. We followed them outside and we caught him outside, and I'm there with my freaking JVC kaboom box and shit, 'cause that's how I rolled and stuff. And I was with a couple of my fucking boys, and they were getting up in like, you know, DSP's fucking friends' faces too, just to fucking make sure none of them got crazy, but they were all fucking shitting bricks.
Okay.
And then, to be honest, there's another guy there. I don't know if you guys ever heard of his name's Desmond Pinkney. He's Executioner. He was a Marvel 2 player. I remember him being there. One of his friends was fucking videotaping this. Too bad it fucking never got out anywhere. Maybe he freaking recorded a sex tape over it or some family vacation, but it never hit the internet. And fucking he was videotaping it, and I'm fucking getting up in his face, asking why the fuck he's talking shit, and what the fuck's his problem, and he's fucking just, you know, just fucking cowering and all fucking scared, and him and his friends are trying to fucking leave, and we're not letting them. And then, you know, I pretty much, to make a long story short, I pretty much just fucking told him, hey, you fucking lost one match, you're gonna fucking pay him fucking $10 or fucking $20, because that's the percentage of fucking the matches that he would have fucking lost, which and fucking, you know, just scared fucking him shitless until he fucking, you know, he paid the fucking like $10 or whatever to fucking Shady, and then we let him fucking leave, and then he fucking got the fuck out of there with the quickness, you know. He just turns fucking white, and it's funny because he just like talks so much shit on the internet, but when you run into him in fucking person, he's just fucking, you know, turns white as a ghost.
Right.
And yeah, so people thought that was pretty fucking funny because, you know, you got to play out a whole fucking set before you pay the full amount, you know, but he lost one game, so I fucking demanded he paid a fraction of what he lost, which is bullshit, but whatever. I guess fucking had him fucking pretty shook.
Anyway, that's about all I had to say about Dave this time around. Thanks for watching, especially if you stuck around till the end of the video. Make sure to leave a comment if you want us to check out other videos or give our takes on the ever-expanding DSP universe. See you next time. Okay, thanks, bye.